What up? Oh, that's way too high. Way too low. Just right. Maybe. Here we go. All right. LaFerroni. Where is my display? Honey, where's my super suit? There we go. There's my display. And we are ready to go, boys. The game that matters very much. Alright, sorry for that squeal. That was my microphone being adjusted. But here's a fun factor. Mike McDaniels, the coach for the Dolphins, is expected to return as head coach next year. After today, he might qualify for the Hall of Fame. He might qualify for the Hall of Fame today, depending on how this game goes. Yeah. He is expected to return today, or return as the head coach. Which, again, like I said, it depends on how this game goes. Maybe he'll be a Hall of Famer coach after this game. Oh, I hope our defense does something so I can at least be happy about that. Hope we have a good game, boost some confidence. Yeah, I felt that. That's the thing. It's like I want us to lose because I want us to have a better draft pick. But then I'm also like, it's Duke Tobin, so we're not going to have... doesn't matter. But at the same time, I always want the Bengals to win. So it's like I'm always torn with that. Yes, T. Higgins is playing. Let me go on my rant. Hang on. Let me go on my rant about T. Higgins playing, okay? What's up, Dreamy? How you doing? Welcome. Here's my rant about T. Higgins playing, okay? T. Higgins, up till last night at 10 o'clock, okay, 10 o'clock last night, he was questionable. He was limited Wednesday and Thursday. He ended up practicing in full on Friday. He was questionable until last night at 10 o'clock. And that's when he was expected to play. My problem with that is his injury is not like a hamstring or an ankle, right, or a wrist injury where you're like, hey, I'm going to see how I feel in the morning, right, and then I might play or I might not play depending on how that goes. His injury is a head injury. It's a concussion. And the problem with that is I don't know how, by the way, he did pass concussion protocol, but how can you pass concussion protocol, right, be limited pretty much the whole entire week, and then be like, we don't know if he can play or not. If you don't know if he can play or not when he has like almost 3 concussions in 2 weeks, you probably should not play him. Right? Is that a crazy concept? The guy wasn't 100%, right? So you're going into this game thinking, I don't know, man. Maybe he should play, maybe he shouldn't play. It's a 50-50. If you're not 100% thinking that he's ready to go, then why are you playing him in a meaningless game when he has a concussion, almost 3 concussions in 2 weeks? I feel like there needs to be some type of like, hey, we are so confident he is ready to go. He's going to be our guy. Instead, it's like, yeah, maybe. He kind of looks okay. Yeah, he's going to play. He looks okay. Like, bro, this is a head injury. This is concussions. Like, why aren't we 100% sure before we put him out there again in a meaningless game? It doesn't matter if we win or lose this game. Well, it actually helps us if we lose for better draft picks. But, like, that's my rant. I understand the doctors cleared him, okay? I understand that. Doctors cleared him. Everything's okay. But the team was not 100% comfortable saying he was a full go. because they still feared a little bit for his concussion. If there's any risk that you feel he might still have a concussion or be concussed, don't play him. Like, I don't get it. He's okay, as in he passed concussion protocol, but they're not, like, they don't feel fully confident that he's ready to go, because that's why he was questionable. They kind of based on what T told them if T could play or not, which is such a weird, I don't know. You have a concussion, like, no, it should be like, hey, do you think you could play? I don't know. You're not playing then. You're not playing. Like, you're not. This is a meaningless game. You might still be concussed a little bit. You still have symptoms. You're not going to play. I think it's stupid. I really think it's stupid. Haley's at the game. Nice. Most of the game is covered in Bengals fans. That's not surprising. Most people in Miami probably want to enjoy Miami, not the game. My opinion on this matter is if there's any doubt, he shouldn't be out there. Yeah, exactly, Dreamy. That's exactly what I say too. It's stupid. It's a meaningless game, and you're putting a guy out there who could potentially get concussed and maybe have brain damage. I mean, you never know how bad this could get. Hey, how Duke don't pay with is Duke Energy. Joe Butter, okay, you're gonna redo that one. Maybe you're not. Actually, that was John that said something. Zach was putrid, smart, Alec when asked by Drags. Okay. So CTE Speed, Run for T, brought to you by Garbage Organization. Yeah. Haley's wearing a black Chase jersey, LV sunglasses. Nice. Yeah. So it just, we need to lose today. We do need to lose today, but we don't need to lose T. Higgins today. Like, that's pretty much what this comes down to. We don't need to lose T. Higgins for the foreseeable future because we're being stupid and starting him in a meaningless game and potentially risking his health and his concussions. So, it's just stupid stuff. It's literally just stupid stuff. But I think what comes down to it is this. They want to win. Okay, the Bengals want to win because the front office want to be able to walk away from the season and say, we went 7-10. We lost Joe Burrow for 2 months, but we still went 7-10. Like, we were 2 games out of a playoff spot. And, you know, if it wasn't for losing Joe Burrow, then we wouldn't have lost. Like, that's what they want to go with, man. They want to go with it because of that. Put in a practice squad quarterback in there. Are you talking about in playing today? We could put Joe Flacco in. Joe Flacco would be fun to watch. We're not watching Jake Browning. I don't care. I'm not watching Jake Browning. I will watch Sean Clifford play football for us before I will ever watch Jake Browning play again. That's true, Haley. They do want to win, but they can't win. But it's just, this is the front office trying to save antics. They're trying to look good PR-wise by finishing the season 7-10. We know it would give us the worst draft pick and potentially hurts our players. Well, yeah, Dolphins fans are done. I think Dolphins fans overall-wise are just absolutely done. I want to win because, I mean, to be honest, I don't really blame you. I mean, again, like I said, Duke Tobin's still our GM. And as long as Duke Tobin's our GM and we have no scouts, then yeah, I mean, draft pick doesn't matter as much. He's not better. No. Jake Browning is not better than Sean Clifford. We never saw Sean Clifford, so we can't say that. If we saw Sean Clifford, we could say that. But you know who I want? I want the diddler. I want Desmond Ridder back. Give me Desmond Ridder back, and I want Desmond Ridder out there. All right? For the last 2 games after this game, I want Desmond Ridder. I want the diddler. I want every time he does something, I can say, the diddler. It was the diddler. I want the diddler back, okay? So I can enjoy these last 2 games with the diddler. Put Haley on a Bengals, find you. John! Come on, man. We did in Packers. Yeah, Joe Flacco played in the Packers game, yeah. Would you trust us with 3 top 5 picks? No. I literally would not trust Duke Tobin to watch a kid. I wouldn't trust Duke Tobin to walk down the stairs. There's nothing I would. Hey, yo, Dreamy, hold up. Hey, yo, Dreamy, hey, yo, I'm not saying that. Hey, listen, no hole's the goal. Anyway, I'm not saying that, Dreamy. I'm not saying that. You heard it first. Hey, don't even stop me. Don't even stop me, Dreamy. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, no. I just want the entertainment of saying the diddler did something, okay? I don't want to be diddled, and I don't want to see him diddle anyone else. We're not talking about Puff Daddy, okay? This is not a Puff Daddy scenario. I ain't joked. Not Duke. Literally, like, I said this before in the video, and I was kind of joking, but I'm not really. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, somehow, some way, we get to the draft, right? And I know players go up and down the draft boards, right? But if we get to this draft, pull this up real fast. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals go, ooh, let me go to linebacker, and they somehow, some way, have a high grade on Justin Jefferson, linebacker from Bama. Like, he's supposed to go undrafted. This guy is projected to go undrafted. I wouldn't be surprised if Duke Tobin was like, that linebacker from Alabama, he seemed interesting. Ryan's a 27-year-old stud. I'm 29, John, but I appreciate you, John. Appreciate you. John is a 30-year-old bachelor, by the way. John's a 30-year-old bachelor. I'm 29. He's 30. He's 1 year older than me. What's up, Tom Sparrow? How you doing? Sean Clifford played in the Packers uniform, but Jake is better than Sean Clifford. Sean Clifford played in a playoff game against the Cowboys when they were killing the Cowboys. That was close. That's definitely going to be our draft. That's what I'm saying. Like, somehow, some way, we'll have the 5th overall pick, and Duke Tobin will be like, we actually really like this guy. We have a high grade on him, and we think Justin Jefferson, linebacker from Bama, we think he could be our guy. Like, I could definitely see something like this happening. Again, I know players go up and down draft boards, but this is going to be the guy who goes up the draft board. He's going to be like a 5th-round pick, and Duke's going to take him in the 1st round. I want to draft someone with real production this time, no more. Exactly. So, what you're saying is, Zane, you don't want a project. That's what you're saying. The problem is the Bengals, they draft projects. Not guys that are proven, guys that are moldable, trainable, and projects that you can make something out of. Problem is, your projects have a very low floor and a very high ceiling. While a set player might have not that high of a ceiling, but they have a good set floor. Floor value versus ceiling value. What Caleb, but maybe a Tessie? Bro. I love Arvell Reese. I love him so much. And I also love Peter Woods. This is our guy. Like, if we don't get him, there is no W draft. The draft is not complete or good unless that man right there is in a Bengals uniform next year. This is the only way that this draft right here is a W. Is if this man right here is in a Bengals uniform. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care what needs to be done. That man right there needs to be suiting up for the Bengals next year. That's the only way that this draft is a good draft. Tobin for sure going to draft people. We could get undrafted free agent, and he's going to pick Chuck E. Cheese instead. 100%. This is the guy we need. You talking about production? He has it. You're talking about good quality player? He has it. You're talking about a player who can play at a high level? You got it. A guy that can play everything? You got it. By one pick. Well, you know what, Dreamy? You know what? I'm sorry, Dream. Sorry. Excuse me. You know what, Haley? I would trade up. I would trade Trey Hendrickson plus the 5th overall pick. Give me the 1st overall pick. I would trade Trey Hendricks if we can't sign Trey and Trey's gonna leave us anyway, right? And we're gonna trade him, and teams are like, "Oh, we'll give you a 3rd round pick for him." I would say, give me Caleb, give me the 1st overall pick, and I'll give you Trey and a 5th overall pick. And our 5th. That's what I would do to get the 1st overall pick. And that's a lot to give up, but hey, that's how good Caleb Downs is. Caleb Downs is so good, he's worth that. Because he's going to be an absolute menace for you on defense for the foreseeable future. He's like the Jamar Chase of this draft. 100%. I would say I'll give you Trey. Again, if we can't sign Trey. If we can't sign Trey and he's going to leave anyway, or we would get like a 4th round pick for him, I just say give me the 1st overall pick. You could have our 5, and we'll give you Trey. All right, here we go. Heck yeah. We need but defense only. That's it. Yeah, we need defense. 100%. All right, we get ball first. Hasn't updated yet. So, waiting for that. When Ohio State players does Billy Bites. Yeah, I'm not saying I want all Ohio State players. I want Arvell Reese and I want Caleb Downs. But Caleb Downs is by far the best. He's by far the number one. 100% he's number one. Like Arvell Reese, I like him. I really do. But it's 100% him. What if the team with the 1st overall pick doesn't want Trey? Give him a 1st round pick next year then. If they don't want Trey, you can have our 1st round pick next year, and we'll give you the 5th overall pick. That's how badly I want him. That's how bad I want Caleb Downs. That's how bad I want him. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what? You can have a 1st round pick next year. It's not like we're going to use it for anything that great. Like, you can have him. I would give up a 2nd, too. Who is worse, our safeties or linebackers? Definitely our linebackers because they're young. And because of that, they do miss a lot of tackles and they're out of position a lot and they're not disciplined. Our safeties, while they're not the greatest, they definitely are a lot more disciplined. Which is why, again, you could utilize Caleb Downs as a corner or a safety, or you could put him in the box. That's the thing also. You can have him in the box. You can have him as a corner. You can have him as a safety. You can kind of put him everywhere. And Caleb Downs is like Kyle Hamilton. Like how the Ravens use Kyle Hamilton is how you could use Caleb Downs. That's why he's so good and why everyone loves him. Because he can be utilized anywhere. Caden, Curry, Montgomery too. Them two would be nice in the backfield. Yes. Can't wait to see Chuck E. Cheese in Bengals stripes next year. Oh, man. All right, 1st down 10 for the Bengals at the 25-yard line. Linebackers are worse. They were bottom 2. Yeah, exactly. Our linebacking crew is definitely worse than our safety core. But our safety core is also not... there's no depth to our safety core. It's a lot more depth to our linebacking core. It's not great, but it's a lot more depth. Them 2 cornerbacks from Ohio State, we need it. I wouldn't mind Delane. Delane I really like from LSU, but he'll probably go 1st round, but he might not go until later 1st round. So we'll see. First play of the game, 2-yard run for Chase Brown. It's 1st down and 10. Baby boy, and it's a handoff to Chase Brown. Let's go. I want the mascot. Hold up. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 8. So I gotta type this in real fast. Somebody said in the chat. We definitely need defense. We only need defense. I would also like to maybe later on get a potential incomplete pass to Jamar Chase. Brings up 3rd and 8. I would like to eventually maybe get like a what's it called, a left tackle, for the foreseeable future. Because right now our left tackle is Orlando Brown. He sucks. I would like to get someone to replace him in the future, if that's possible. But for the most part, yeah, I agree with you for the most part. Okay, hold up. Okay, cancel that. 3rd down and 8 now at the 27-yard line. First down, Jamar Chase. Chase is on the case, baby. Chase is on the case. He didn't catch a case because we didn't have to worry about having Brandon Ayuk. All right. There you go. First down, Chase. Another game of wide receivers truly being open. 4-yard run up the middle for Chase Brown. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 now at the 39-yard line. Geno Stone replacement with downs. Yeah, exactly. Geno Stone leaves. We get downs. Replacement right away. Day 1 starter. 2nd down and 6 now at the 39-yard line. And let's see what Zach Taylor has to do. We need only defense. I read that. Okay. Let's make sure we all caught up there. Incomplete pass intended for Tinsley. Brings up 3rd down and 6. Listen, they need to, our fans, please lose. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, Tinsley's he's been dropping some passes. It's been pretty rough for Tinsley lately. 3rd down and 6 now at the 39-yard line of Cincinnati. And let's see what Joe Shiesty has up his sleeve here. Let's please get a first down. That's all I got to say. All right, let me adjust this mouse. 3rd down and 6, baby. And Joe Burrow gets sacked, loss of 7 yards, and the Bengals will punt. Fantastic. Oh, that's great. That is freaking fantastic. Over under 1 point, Ryan. Wait, what? The over under 1 point. I would take the under. This might be a tie. Guys, we actually might find a way to tie this game. Because I don't know if the Dolphins are going to score either, man. Dolphins are really bad as well. Okay. Well, we're starting this game off sexy, and listen, sometimes you got to do a thingy-wingy. We punted to the 14-yard line, 54-yard punt. Great punt by Ryan. We do want to lose. So we can be a little bit happy there. Okay, we can be a little bit happy, but I also don't want Joe Burrow to get hit. The Bills are losing to the Brownies. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that's going to bring up 7-0. Bills losing to the Browns. Shedeur Sanders went right down the field and scored a touchdown. That's insanity. Okay, well, that's not how you want to start this game off if you're the Bills. But remember, I don't want to bring this funk into next year. I felt that. Keep in mind, though, we want the Browns to win. If the Browns win and we lose, we get a better draft pick. So we want the Brownies to win this game. So now, it's weird to say this, but we are Browns fans. We are Browns fans and Bengals fans today. We need the Browns to win so that they get a worse draft pick and we get a better draft pick if we lose out. So we need to lose and we need the Browns to win. If you like the Bills, I'm sorry. If you don't like the Bills, then this is a really great time to hate on the Bills. This is a great time to hate on the Bills if you want the Browns to win so that we get a better draft pick. If the Browns beat us and win today, we can get all the way down to the 3rd overall pick. We can get all the way down to 3 if we do that. You live in Cleveland, not Cincinnati. I live in Dayton, Ohio. That's not Cleveland. But we do need the Browns to win. Keep the funk away. This team doesn't even show up until October. There's a lot of teams in history have done that and been somewhat successful. But, hey. To use their own. All right, baby. Come on. Like Josh better than other clubs? Yeah. Sam Wycheck said that. Hey. Gotta love Sam Wycheck. Had the Music City Miracle. Sam Wycheck. All right, 1st down 10, the 14-yard line for the Miami mother-loving Dolphins. I don't know if you guys saw the game last night, the Packers game, Packers-Bears. The Bears recovered an onside kick, right? We recovered an onside kick. So that's like 2 onside kicks I have saw live, which is insane to me. Like, there's 2 onside kicks now I've seen live. And onside kicks is supposed to be like an 8% chance. I've seen twice now, which is insane. Bengals next week and try to get Zach fired. I don't know how you're going to do that because that front office does not want to fire him. 4-yard run up the middle for Devon A-Chain. Hopefully someone changes our defensive diapers this week and they play hard. Maybe. 2nd down and 6. Yep. 2nd down and 6 now at the 18-yard line after a 4-yard run by Devon A-Chain. We may need to draft Moore or Mendoza. Pass here to Devon A-Chain and the backfield. Complete for 0 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 6 now at the 18-yard line. It was a great game last night. It really was. But Bears won in the end. Onside kick, got a touchdown. Kind of did what they did against us, where they had that 50-yard touchdown at the end. So, hey, kind of got a little bit of Bengals flashback vibes in there. 3rd down and 6 at the 18-yard line. Let's see if our defense can get a stop, or this is going to be a very, very long game. We're not getting Tua. No, we're not getting Tua. Especially not with that Tua. Especially not with Tua with that freaking, what's it called? With that contract Tua has. We would never take on Tua's contract. Darren Waller, 22-yard catch, and there is the Bengals defense against tight ends. All right. I think he's misunderstood because he gets so many concussions that people don't understand what he's saying. 22-yard catch by Darren Waller brings a 1st down 10 now at the 40-yard line. Fantastic. Bengals against tight ends. Never a good sight to see. All right. And it's going to be a 4-yard run up the middle for Jay Wright. And that's going to be 2nd down and 6 now at Miami's 44-yard line. I haven't been able to watch much of other games, especially in our past couple games, but might watch that highlights. It was a really good game, Dreamy. You got to watch it. It was a really great game. Shout out to the Packers. They put one crazy show out there. They lost their quarterback because in that game, Jordan Love went down with a concussion. He got hurt in the 2nd quarter, out for the rest of the game with a concussion. Insane game. And their backup came in and actually did pretty good. What's up, Kubik? How you doing, man? Welcome. This could be Devon A-Chain run for 4 yards up the middle. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 now at the 48-yard line. Garbage quarterback beating garbage Bengals. But we want to lose, though. So, that's good. We are a disgrace, including our offense. Hey, but John, this is a good disgrace. Like, we will rock you, sock you, whatever the song is, right? You're a big disgrace, but this is a good disgrace. 3rd down and 2 here at the 48-yard line. And we get a stop. Oliver Gordon up the middle. And it looks like Olive Garden is not able to get anything. -1 yard run. That's his new name, by the way. That's his new name. His new name is Olive Garden. Okay? Olive Garden. So we have new names for 3 running backs now. Oliver Gordon is Olive Garden. The Bears running back that I still don't know how to say his name is Mongoose. And Epstein. The Broncos running back that sounds weird, his name is Epstein, okay? So we got Epstein for the Broncos running back, which is Estein or whatever. And then our other guys are Mongoose for the Bears running back, who's like Montagious, whatever. I don't know how to say his name. And then this guy's name is Olive Garden, okay? Oliver Gordon is Olive Garden. There you go. So in future reference, when someone's like, why does he keep calling the Dolphins running back Olive Garden? It's because his name is Olive Garden. Mongoose, Olive Garden, and Epstein. There you go. First game, we won't have other team fans in here trolling because of the Dolphins. Yeah, I think Dolphins fans are so just defeated. After that Steelers game especially. Like, the fact they were down by 15 at the end of that game and they had zero, like they didn't rush to the line. They didn't care. They just gave up. I think that kind of just destroyed Dolphins fans. Yeah, so, and I'm sure there's going to be someone else I see who has a new nickname next week, right? We're continuing this line. I've lost respect for Joe the past 2 weeks. Hold on to the ball too long. Used to get away from sacks. Yeah. Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl now. Possible. James Cook touchdown. Touchdown Bills! James Cook. 7-7. Touchdown Bills. Cleveland is pulling a Cleveland, which is they're choking it away. Which does not shock me in the slightest. It's Cleveland. Come on now. I think we all expect it. You ever expect the Browns to win, you got to expect the Browns to lose. That's how the Cleveland Brownies always get down. They're an interesting team. All right, 1st down and 10 now at the 9-yard line for Cincinnati. 2 crap teams, neither want to win. Are you talking about us or are you talking about the Browns and Bills? I think the Bills are considered a good team. I don't know, though. They always confuse me. Dallas is up on the Chargers 7-0. Who's Cleveland quarterback now? Shedeur Sanders, Deion's kid. It's Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' kid. This dude right here, Shedeur Sanders. He is Deion Sanders, the old Cowboys legend cornerback. His son is a quarterback now. Ugh. Now, I will say, Shedeur lost to the Titans. Never mind. He actually really didn't win because he lost to the Titans, so that kind of doesn't help. When you lose to the Titans, kind of destroys the purpose. Almost got his first win ever as a Brownie. Oh, I thought the Browns hated him. They did, but then Joe Flacco got traded, and Dylan Gabriel got a concussion, and T. Higgins, 35-yard catch, first down! First down by T. Higgins, 35-yard catch. But they did, but they ran out of quarterbacks. So it was kind of like a situation where you hate him, right? But then you go down the list, and you're like, well, Dylan Gabriel's hurt, right? Then you're like, okay, well, Joe Flacco got traded. Okay, so now you're in the 3rd string, and they didn't really have a reason to put someone else in, so they said, all right, we'll just go with him. Like, they didn't have another reason. Samaje Perine, 8 yards up the middle. Actually, sorry, catch. Samaje Perine out of the backfield caught the ball for 8 yards. Okay, I thought for a second he ran it, because usually he runs like 8 yards a pop. You should be a Browns fan so you don't have to feel the same every year. It's not going to be different with the Bengals and Browns, like, feeling misery. We both have bad organizations. Samaje Perine, 3 yards up the middle. First down. It's the same. But it is what it is. We're now in Miami's territory at the 45-yard line. Are we all rooting against the Bengals today? I am. Yes, we want the Bengals to lose, and we want the Browns to win. If the Bengals lose and the Browns win, we get like the top 5 draft pick. We get even better than top 5. If the Jets win today, which is really impossible, then we get even higher on that draft pick scale. So, Jets winning would be awesome. And yeah, Jamar Chase, 11 yards. Touchdown Bengals. It was a primetime game. It was supposed to be tonight, Sunday Night Football. But then we got flexed out, and they flexed the Ravens in. So they flexed us out, and they flexed the Ravens in. Ravens-Patriots tonight. So Ravens-Patriots was normally a 1 o'clock game. Now it's a nighttime game, and we got flexed out. We get downs, or Reese, I'll be happy. I want downs. I want downs more than anything. Looked like someone hit our guy in the head after the run play. Oh, no. Don't tell me that. We don't need any more concussions. 3-yard run up the middle for Chase Brown. Brings up 2nd down and 7 now at the 31-yard line. Chase first down. Although, we have Duke Tobin. So, it doesn't matter if we win or lose because Duke Tobin's going to do a terrible draft pick. And he's going to draft awfully. So, it is what it is. Downs, one of the best safety prospects ever. Yes, 100%. I think that he can somehow overcome this really bad development this organization does with players. So that's a good thing, you know. Get someone who's proven. First down Bengals! And that's going to be Jamar Chase, 22-yard catch. Moving the chains. 1st and goal now at the 9-yard line. What we should do is want them to lose if they win, they will win properly. Yes, 100%. That's usually how it works. When you want them to lose, they're going to win. When you want them to win, they're going to lose. Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown T. Higgins. All the T in the T. Watch out for that T. Get it? Because it's like George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. But it's watch out for that T. I'm funny. I don't care what anyone says. I laugh at my own jokes, man. I always laugh at my own jokes. I say stuff to myself sometimes. That's all laughing. I'm like, hey. When do we want them to lose? I never do. When do we want them to lose? I never do. We want to get a better draft pick, but because, again, we have Duke Tobin, we might as well win. Who cares, you know? I mean, at this point, yeah. It's like we want him to lose for a dreaded draft pick, but who cares at this point? It's at the end of the day, it's Duke Tobin drafting. Yeah. T is a stud. He is a stud. Let's go. I had a nightmare last night when we drafted a random player in the 1st round and projected in the 7th round. So you're talking about our boy Justin Jefferson. Yeah. Justin Jefferson, linebacker from Bama. You want a guy in the 7th round who's going to be a stud? This guy right here. 7th round pick from Bama. Justin Jefferson. Not the receiver. Linebacker from Bama. Not that guy. This guy. Look at him. Projected to go undrafted or 7th round. There's your nightmare scenario. We drafted him in the 1st round. And the Browns are about to score again. Cleveland is about to score again. And my deals, please. Dreamy. I think they've already selected. I think they already know who they're gonna select already. It doesn't matter. They already know who they're gonna select. Like, I think the Bengals pick the guy they're gonna pick at the beginning of the season. Like, way before the season even starts, that's when they pick who they're gonna pick. They don't wait till then. I mean, it really all comes down to how good Shedeur Sanders is. If Shedeur Sanders is the guy, then yeah, they might be special. Justin Jefferson. What we need is to get Max Crosby. That would be awesome. Getting Max Crosby would be so good. Max Crosby would feed families. I would love Max Crosby. If we could trade, I would trade. If we could get Caleb Downs, trade Trey Hendrickson and 3 first-round picks the next 3 years, get Max Crosby, that's how you win. And re-sign Trey Hendrickson. So you have Trey on one side, you have Max on the other side, and you have Caleb Downs in the secondary. Oh, baby. Trade a first. Crosby would cost like 3 firsts, dude. Max Crosby would at least cost 3 first-round picks. Browns would never trade us Myles Garrett. The Brownies would never trade us Myles Garrett. Oh, that would be interesting though. Max Crosby, Trey, and then the backfield with Caleb Downs, like put him in the box. Jalen Waddle passed for 17 yards to the 48-yard line of Cincinnati. So are we going to make Quentin Ewers look like a Hall of Famer today? I kind of wonder. You know? Are we going to make him look like a Hall of Famer? This is his first debut. The Browns give us Flacco, though. Yeah, but that's because they didn't want Flacco anymore, right? They just didn't want him. And he wanted to go be a starter somewhere, and he even talked about he potentially wanted to be traded. He potentially wanted to retire if he didn't get a starting shot. So I think that was more or less just them saying, hey, listen, we're going to do him right by him, and whoever wants him, we'll give it to him. So, and we were the only team that wanted Joe Flacco. So I think that was kind of just like a kind of do right by the guy, and that's pretty much it. I don't think they didn't think he was going to be good. Like, when the Browns got rid of him, they thought he sucked, right? They started him. He wasn't good for them. They said, this guy sucks. He's not good. And then Cincinnati's like, hey, we want to take the guy who sucks and is not good. And then he's like, all right, fine. You can take him. Yeah. Touchdown, Dolphins. Touchdown, Dolphins. So I don't really think that was them helping us. That was them more or less just saying, like, oh, yeah, you could take him. And they didn't think he was good. If he was actually, they thought he was still good, he would be their starter. Devon Achane, 48-yard rushing touchdown. Holy moly. We just gave it up. If our defense plays like this, we're going to have a long game. But, again, like I said, I'm not even stressed out about this game, so it's all good. Not even stressed about this game. I'm cool chilling right now. I'm cool chilling right now. Because we are in an interesting game. Sanders just threw a pick for the Browns. I saw that. I saw the update. So, yeah, Sanders threw an interception for the Brownies. So, he just threw a pick to Jordan Poyer, return to Buffalo's 39-yard line. That sums up the Bengals season. All right. I'm going to go pee for the yo, boys. I'm going to go pee for the yo. Dang, man. Almost fell in. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. All right, so first play is going to be a negative 1 yard catch by Jamar Chase. Brings up second down 11 now at the 34-yard line. Whew. Apparently almost fell in the toilet, and the offense fell into doing nothing. 3-yard run up the middle for Samaje Perine. And that's going to bring up third down and 8 now at the 37-yard line. Four defense guys could not tackle. That does not shock me. They're down and 8, baby. Come on. Whew, whew, whew. Burrow keeps throwing high since he came. Actually, Burrow today is actually wearing his old shoe. So last week he changed his shoes mid-game. Well, apparently now he's actually changing his shoes even more. So he's back to his old shoe he used to wear. I think not last season, but last game, before he got hurt, pretty much. He's back to wearing those shoes. They're going for it. They're going for him 4th and 2. They're probably trying to get him to jump. If they're going for it, they're probably trying to get him to jump in this situation. I can't imagine they actually go for it. I would imagine this is probably trying to get them to jump. But it is Zach Taylor. So it wouldn't shock me, to be honest. All right, now they're punting? Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if they went for it, to be honest, because that's kind of just Zach Taylor's motto. But, delay of game. I called it. They went. I called it. They tried. Yup, there you go. They tried to go for it, and they tried to get him to jump. They failed, and then they got delay of game, and then now they're punting. Because now they're going to get better field position. I knew it. Why do I know Zach Taylor better than Zach Taylor knows Zach Taylor? Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. And our great quarterback. Yep. Great quarterback. That's a word. Yeah, it's a fun time, man. It's a fun time. All right. Time to punt the ball and see what can happen. End of the first quarter. Bengals down or tied in this game, technically. Oh, this game so far pathetic. Yeah, just wet himself. I would not shock me at all. I thought I fell in the toilet for a second with how long I took to go pee. But it wouldn't shock me if someone else fell in too. Oh, man. Could we not give up 700 yards to Devon A-Chain today? I'm surprised Zach didn't use that timeout on that. I will be honest with you. I agree with you there. It kind of does shock me, but at the same time, Zach is Zach, so I don't think he knew what a timeout was. To have these explosive weapons and being predictable should be a crime. 100%. Agree with you on that one. It's funny because it's every game with Joe now being back should be a blowout for us. We should be scoring 60 points, and then it should be oh, well, our defense sucks, whatever. But instead, it's the opposite. It's just us trying to survive. Joe Burrow now has 20K career passing yards. Hey, let's go. I'm done with my classes. Hey, what's up, Dark Fire? Congratulations. Hopefully that's a positive. I'm done with my classes. You did good in your classes. If not, we're going to talk about that. This is on Joe. Joe has lost the last 2 games. You know me, John. I'm going to disagree with that because I don't think it's on Joe as much. But I think there is a situation where it's on everybody. I don't think you can put it on one player personally. I think you're going to find a way to put it on everybody. We won't even score 20. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, but, you never know. Oh, man. This game. The over-under for this game was 48 points. They really thought that this was going to be one of those games, bro. The odds makers actually thought that this was going to be a special game. All right, boys. Without Joe, we're 1-16. Joe Smith's pressure, of course, will crack sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It sucks, man. It does. It sucks. Over under, Yoshi actually catches a ball this game. Zero chance, by the way. Geno Stone missed a tackle for Devon A-Chain. I mean, Devon A-Chain is a freaking beast, bro. I don't even blame him on that one. Devon A-Chain is just him. That man just always makes plays. Like, no matter what, he makes plays. All right. First down 10 for the Bengals. It's a 3-yard run up the middle for Devon A-Chain. Let's not get cooked alive, please, by Devon A-Chain. I will be at that game if they play in Cincy. We play the Chiefs in Cincinnati. Yes, we play the Chiefs in Cincinnati next year, unless we somehow finish below the Browns, but I don't think we will. So we should be playing them no matter what, but you never know. If something crazy happens, I guess. We should have drafted A-Chain. Maybe our run game would plays better. Maybe. Quinn Ewers' incomplete pass for Jalen Waddle brings up 3rd down and 6. Please back up Donald better. How is that? We lost 4 games last year to Joe. I remember New England. Well, New England game wasn't we lost because of Joe. We lost New England's game because of Tanner Hudson fumbling the ball out of the end zone. Well, not out of the end zone, but fumbling the ball at the 1-yard line. We lost that game because he can't hold on to the ball. That was the biggest issue there. Hey, Dreamy has a 4.0 GPU. Has a 4.0 GPA. Hey, congratulations. Good job. All right, 3rd down and 6. Come on. First down. And that's going to be a pass to Dalen Waller for 7 yards. And that's going to be 1st down and 10 now at Miami's 23-yard line. Over under, Darren Waller is going to absolutely kill us today. Thank you. We got a crap attitude. We got something. Just don't. Oh man, Darren Waller is going to kill us. Every time we play tight ends, they kill us. Every single time. 11-yard catch, 1st down. Every single time we play tight ends. We always got to deal with the tight end curse. Another 1st down. Yep. Moving the chains and doing the thingy wingies. Who would have thought we're going to be in a game that's a blowout? I mean, a back and forth shootout. But I don't know if we can keep up with the scores, though. That's the problem. That would be my only issue, is if we can keep up with scoring with them. I do got a random feeling, though, we're going to win this game. Maybe it's the fact that I just don't think the Dolphins are that good. 27-26 Bengals. Yeah, that would not shock me. Us winning this game would not shock me, to be honest. This is a game where we shouldn't win, but we would find a way to win. Oh, man. I'm at the game like 3 times ahead of you. Which is crazy, too, because normally CBS Sports is always way ahead of everyone else. So it's funny how you're way ahead of us, but CBS Sports is usually always way ahead of everybody else. Come on, boys. 3rd down and 6. And we stopped them. I don't know why I'm excited. I'm happy because I'm a Bengals fan, I guess. That's literally the only reason. I'm just a Bengals fan. And like even if we shouldn't win and it's not going to be good for us, I'm still going to be happy about us winning. Sean, Bengals are garbage all the way when they say they have a core, yeah. Oh, man. It's something. Tanks for down. Tank for down. Yeah, I mean, unless we just don't draft down already, no matter what, then tanking for down doesn't work. We do need Caleb Downs. We need to lose Caleb Downs? I don't think we need to lose him. We need to lose for him, I think you're trying to say. All right, we get the ball at the 20-yard line. Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. How about yourself, Steven? Appreciate you. Daxo looks good right now. He's been looking pretty decent. I switch accounts. Other channel must be blocked from commenting. I don't know why you would be blocked from commenting unless someone banned you, but I don't. What was your other name? What's your other YouTube name? If we draft Downs, he'll catch the he'll catch the Tobin curse and suck potentially, but I don't think so. He's actually that good. Caleb Downs is actually that good. He can overcome it. Stop glazing, Dreamy. I could see Zach Taylor skipping on Downs for a D tackle. I still think that he's going to somehow, some way, take the linebacker from Bama. He's going to take Justin Jefferson. Like, I still think he's going to take this guy right here. Where is he? This guy. He's projected to go undrafted or 7th round. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone banned you or something. I'll look into it. And if I find your account, I'll unban you. So I don't know. Sometimes people... I make a lot of mods. And sometimes people just ban people. And I have to unban them afterwards. There we go again with Haley briefing. DJ Turner is doing all right. He's doing okay. He did have an injury this week, though. He was questionable going into this game. So that was kind of the thing. Okay, I'm all caught up. Yeah, we're good. All right. 1st down and 10 now at the 20-yard line. All good. Let's go, baby. Come on. It's like again, like, I want to lose, right? Because I want a better draft pick. But at the same time, I know Duke Tobin. And I know Duke Tobin will mess it up. I know he'll mess it up. He won't take Caleb Downs. He'll take something stupid in the 1st round. And like, so it's like part of me is like, I'd rather just win, enjoy the game, and be like, hey, we won, right? Hey, good job, boys. And then have the confidence going into next year with it. I'm torn. I'm torn on it. Little side note, though, we do need the Jets to win. If we do lose, we need the Jets to win because that does help us out because then they get a worse draft pick. Zach Taylor should have been fired after Wednesday's press conference. Zach Taylor should have been fired after the Bears loss or the Jets loss. He should have been fired after either of those losses. But that press conference where he was just so egotistical and so just like, he was so just asinine. The best way I could put it. He should have been fired there. Would you eat 20 steaks if the Bengals lose? I would, yes. I would eat 20 steaks for the Bengals lose. I would do a lot of things for the Bengals lose. Does not matter, Ryan. Not happy with Joe's attitude. 2024 gifts to Ravens Chiefs. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a frustrating so far. 5-yard run up the middle for Joe Burrow. Zach should be going today. He should have been going a long time ago. T. Higgins catch for 9 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 1 now at the 29-yard line. Crazy we might go 4-13 this season. Yeah. It's crazy, but it's not. I mean, like, listen, if you went into this season, right, and you said, hey, listen, we're not going to have Joe Burrow for most of the season. I think normally everyone would say, oh, 4-13, right? I think that's kind of like what would be expected. Obviously, we didn't think we were going to come back and do this crazy stuff, but I think most people, if someone said to them, hey, listen, we're going to, like, you know, have no Joe Burrow for most of the season, they'd be like, oh, we're going 4-13. Like, without Joe, there's no way. All right, and first down, Yoshi! Yoshavash! 21-yard catch for Yoshi. What it do? What's up, Dennis? How you doing, man? What's up? First down. Let's not forget Joe Burrow not being okay. Yeah. Shut up, Sean. Shut up. If it wasn't for Joseph Asai, he would have won that game. So shut up. I just recently seen Joe Burrow telling Zach Taylor their offense was pathetic last year against the Titans. I heard the audio for the first time. Joe doesn't like Zach. Well, I think. Yes, I don't know if he doesn't like Zach. What I think is he gets really fed up very quickly with Zach's antics. Like he should, in all honesty. And I think that's really what it comes down to. He just gets fed up real quickly with Zach's antics. Would you eat 20? I know. I'm not going to do all that because then I'm going to get freaking diabetes, bro. Or something. Or maybe like kidney stones. I don't know. We're not doing a mukbang. Or whatever they call that. Whatever the kids call it nowadays. 7-yard run for Chase Brown up the middle. Do you think we can win this game? I think we will win this game, Nick. I'll be honest. I think we will win this game. The AFC game was rigged by Tolbert. First down, pass completed to Samaje Perine, gain of 8. Remember, yeah, whatever, Sean, shut up. First down, Flacco played good enough to win. He did, but that was a defensive fault then. If you're talking about that, then that was the fault of the defense. That wasn't really the fault of Joe. I mean, of like Zach, like anyone but the defense, really. Defense choked every single time. T. Higgins. Now, am I biased to say that? Absolutely. 100% yes. But T. Higgins, to answer your question. Oh, man. Flopping Mahomes. Always flopping Mahomes. All right, boys. Let's go. You can outrun diabetes, but diabetes can't outrun you. Darkfire, don't get philosophical with me, man. Don't get philosophical. They're second down and 10, and it's a first down. Mike Gesicki. First catch of the day for Mike Gesicki. Shout out to our boy Mike Gesicki with an 11-yard catch. Do you think we can get back to Super Bowl in a couple years? We get better defense players. I think there needs to be a complete change in the shift of everything. I think it's possible, but I think there needs to be a humongous shift. Yes. Of course they're trying to win. Players and coaches don't tank. They don't try to lose. They try to win. That's just how football works. Coaches and players always try to win. Only had one good season. JSN, man. But don't get me wrong. I love JSN. I think he's a great player. Joe Burrow passed to Jamar Chase for 1 yard. Will not even make the playoffs anymore in Joe's era. I completely disagree with that. That's not even. Haley, I think you're completely wrong. But I think there needs to be some changes. And I think there needs to be a lot of changes and some key changes and some changes up top. Second down and 9, and Joe Burrow gets sacked. I don't think Joe makes it to another AFC Championship game with the Bengals. We can't draft. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said we need some changes. We can't have Duke Tobin anymore. Like, the way we would have to get back there is if we got rid of Duke Tobin and we got rid of Zach Taylor. We would have to get rid of those two guys first. Bro, Haley, will you stop being negative Nancy? She's always negative Nancy. That's her thing. A joke. Bengals owner, yeah. All right, 3rd down and 13 here at the 27-yard line. One thing I'll say about this game so far, it's going by fast. This is a very fast game so far. Like, I feel like we just started this game, and it's already 3rd down and 13. Come on. I will say one thing. I don't want Joe Burrow to get hit. So, even though we want to lose this game, I don't want Joe to get hit. So, whenever he gets hit, it always scares the crap out of me. What's up, Zach? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing today, man? All right, come on. 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13, baby. Just get a first down. Just get a first down. Just get a first down. If they won't fire Duke Tobin Marvin as assistant GM. Hey, see, I put that idea out there. Apparently someone got mad about that. A couple people got mad about that. I do my tinfoil hat videos where I just say crazy lunatic ideas like a tinfoil hat person would. Sometimes people don't like that. I've realized that recently is people get really upset when I do those videos. I don't know if it's because they don't understand the idea of the tinfoil hat, but the concept of a tinfoil hat video is I'm going to say something that someone who wore a tinfoil hat would say that maybe just ends up being a really lunatic idea, right? It's not a smart idea. It's not a good idea. It's just kind of an idea. And it makes you think like, what if that did happen? That's the point of the tinfoil hat videos. I think people really think that like, this is not me saying, this is what I think is going to happen. It's not. If I thought it, I would say, this is what I think is going to happen, right? It's kind of just like a random, crazy concept thrown out there that kind of makes you think. Where there is some logic to it, in most conspiracy theories or tinfoil hat video like ideas, right? People like they're not all the way stupid. Sometimes it's like there's a little bit of logic in there, right? And that's where it is. I think in that video I did say that we were going to sign Brian Callahan back as our OC. And that's actually a realistic possibility. I could see us signing Brian Callahan. So there's the logic, right? There's logic there. Hey, Ryan. The thumbnails are epic. Please keep going with them. Plus, move up draft picks like you said, front office change. Yes. They won't fire. Oh, did Cookie if they lose? You're going to eat a cookie either way, bro. I'm be the new head coach, and I'll make Ryan the GM. I am not qualified to be a GM or a coach in any way. Those are the best videos. That's what I'm saying. Like, people get really upset by them. And I'm like, dude, they're literally made just for entertainment purposes. Like, they're not even made for, like, actual logic. Like, and that's the point of a tinfoil hat. Because anyone could say anything in it. Like, you could say some crazy off-the-wall stuff. You could say Donald Trump is going to be the new owner, right? It's like, that's just a tinfoil hat video. It's like, whoa, did he just say that? And it's like, yeah, he just said that. It's like, I say stuff in those videos that you joke about with your friends in your living room. That's an Eminem reference, by the way. But it's like you joke about with your friends in the living room, like, what if Marvin Lewis became our GM again? What if? Like, you know, just, it's that crazy friend you have. John for GM. It's hyperbole, which is hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. People got, like, people, I just don't think people understand the concept of it. Like, it makes me laugh. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. This is, some people got upset. I got a couple people like, I'm going to unsubscribe if you make videos like this. I'm like, dude, that's the point of them. The point is just to laugh and say, oh, come on, man. It's like, you know, everyone has a crazy uncle, right? You have a crazy uncle who says some crazy stuff. You know, he comes over, he's like, I think the Bengals are going to do that. Like, that's the whole idea. No one in his organization is qualified to be a GM. That's the problem. It might as well be you, Ryan. Well, I like to push my GM-ness, right, onto someone like John Gruden, who I think could be a better GM because he knows what he's doing. Or like Bill Belichick, right? Because he'll take over and want to take over everything. That's what I would do. I'm that crazy uncle. See, that's what I'm saying. I would be excited for Joe Brady, John Gruden, or Brian Flores as head coach. No one in his organization is qualified. Okay, I read that. That's a great example of tinfoil hat segment. That's what I'm saying. That was literally my tinfoil hat statement. Was I said that Marvin Lewis was going to be our assistant GM to Duke Tobin because they don't want to fire Duke Tobin, right? And that I said that Lou Anarumo would be our assistant head coach to Zach Taylor so he could eventually become GM. That was my tinfoil. And then I said Brian Callahan was going to be our OC and Dan Pitcher would be put back to a quarterback coach. That's the tinfoil hat video. And people got so upset about that. They're like, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. I'm like, that's the point of the tinfoil hat. Of course it won't happen. That's great. I'd rather die than for the Bills to be head coach. If you're GM, you can hire Gruden and make decisions. So I would literally just be a cheerleader. I'd be a mascot. Give me an A. Give me a Bengals. Give me a fire Zach Taylor. The Bengals should sign Mike McCarthy, head coach. Potentially. The Blackburns won't give up control of Yeah, they would never. No, they would never. That's the problem. Katie would never give up control no matter what. It doesn't matter what anyone says or does. She won't ever give up control. So how much Duke Tobin makes in the front office? He probably makes nothing, actually. Because he's not even a GM. So the thing is, they don't make him a GM because they don't want to pay him like a GM. So he's a player of personnels, which means he gets paid a lot less than a GM. Duke Tobin probably makes little to nothing. When it comes to, compared to other GMs, Duke might make, 1/5 of what they make. Because he is literally making less money so that they can pay him less money. So that they don't have to pay him as much. So he is literally in that job and saying, hey, I'll take less money because I know you don't want to pay me that much, and I accept that. That's what Duke does. That's why Duke's not going to get fired. Duke sits there and says, don't worry, guys. I understand you don't want to pay GM prices. I'm okay with that. I'll take less money because I want to help you out. That's why they don't fire the guy. I mean, can you imagine you're a business, right? And the business says, we don't want to pay that much money for a GM. And you say, don't worry, you don't have to pay me anything. You can pay me 1/5 of what you pay everybody else. And I'll be the guy. He just wants power. He just wants power. He just wants to be in position. That's all Duke wants. He doesn't get paid like a real GM. He has no control. He can't even make a trade. Here's the thing, right? So Jalen Waddle caught the ball, fumbled, recovered by Miami. So Jalen Waddle caught the ball and then fumbled the ball. Here's the thing about Duke Tobin, right? He cannot make a trade. So here's the thing. If, let's say the Cardinals, okay? The Cardinals call up the Bengals. And when they call up the Bengals, the Cardinal GM is going to call up Duke Tobin. And he's going to say, hey, Duke, we like to trade for Trey Hendrickson, right? We will give you a first-round draft pick for Trey Hendrickson. Duke Tobin is not allowed to say yes to that trade. Even though it 100% makes sense, right? And any other GM can easily say yes to that trade. Duke Tobin has to say, I'm not allowed to make that decision. I'm going to have to call up Katie and get Katie on the phone, and she's going to be the one who makes that decision, not Duke. Duke is not allowed to make that decision on that trade. He has to call up Katie, and Katie has to do it. And that's why trades also never go through with the Bengals. Because normally, a GM calls a GM, they talk, they work out a contract, they work out a trade, right? That's that, right? That's the only two parties. But because of this, a team wants to trade with the Bengals, they have to call Duke. Duke goes with them back and forth and then says, well, I have no control. Let me call Katie, and Katie will actually go through it with you. And no GM wants to do that. GMs don't want to waste the time. They're like, why am I calling Duke? Why don't I just call Katie? And it's because you have to call Duke. You have to call Duke and waste your time and then get Katie because Duke can't make a decision. Duke has no power to make a decision. He's not a GM. He's a player personnel to get paid. That's all he is. It's boo-boo. Anyway. Touchdown. Malik Washington. Touchdown, 10-yard catch by, or 10-yard run by Malik Washington. Touchdown, Dolphins. Zach Taylor has no control either. He cannot work on, he doesn't do contracts. Zach Taylor doesn't do trades. He doesn't do anything. Literally, Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor are cheerleaders. They don't do anything. They just sit there and say, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We will be good boys. We will let you do everything, and we won't do anything. And the problem is, it's going to be really hard for the Brown family and the Blackburn family to ever find someone who will let that happen again. That's why they don't want to fire them, right? Mike Brown, very little input. He focused on driving the golf cart. Yeah, Mike Brown has no control. He's a complete nothing burger. But that's why they won't fire Duke and Zach. Because what other GM or head coach is going to sit there and let that happen? No other GM or head coach is going to sit there, get paid little to no money, not get paid like the actual GM or head coach, and then sit there and say, okay, I'll be a good little boy. I'll be a good little boy. Like, no one's going to do that. Any real GM that has any balls and actually has, pride in himself is going to say, no, Katie, I'm going to call the shots when it comes to this. I'm going to do the trades. I'm going to sign the players, and I'm going to do my job. You're paying me to do a job. I'm going to do my job. You're going to pay me like a GM. You're not going to pay me like a coach or a coordinator. You're going to pay me like a GM. And there's no way in heck Katie would ever accept that. She's not going to accept that. So if they got rid of Zach, they're going to replace Zach with a carbon copy like Jason Garrett. They're going to get Jason Garrett in here and have him as coach. If they got rid of Duke Tobin, they would have to replace him with the exact same Duke Tobin. That's the problem. They're not going to get rid of, if you get rid of someone, they're going to carbon copy that person. Zach is our scout and play caller. They never set up to be successful. Yeah. Well, they try to get people to do as many jobs as humanly possible for the cheapest price possible. Back before Marvin Lewis. Maybe. Yes, a 7th round pick is beating us. Yes. But we also really suck against quarterbacks when they're making their debut starts. That's also a thing with us, so it doesn't shock me. Yep, we are going through it. That's why everyone's like, fire Duke, fire Zach. It's like, it's a lot more complicated, I think, than people realize. It's just how much crap is going to go through in order for those things to happen. Been a team who doesn't like change, and it's been happening for years. It's been happening since the 90s, bro. This has been happening since the 90s that they don't like change, but even before that too. And like the front office was operating after Powell Brown's death. Yeah, same page with Katie to keep jobs and Blackburn's. Yeah, just about keeping everything in the family, keeping everything smart, and not having to deal with anything. Again, like I said, Just nonsense, man. But it is what it is. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Oh, we got a 41-yard return for Tajay Brooks. Taj Brooks. Why did I say Tajay? Taj Brooks, 41-yard return. Dude, this is what we've been talking about. He's such a good return man. I don't know why Taj Brooks is not our kick and punt returner. I love Chuck Sizzle, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Chuck Sizzle. But I think Taj Brooks is better on kick returns than Chuck Sizzle. Chuck Sizzle is actually really good on punt returns. But on kick returns, I feel like it's Taj Brooks. I feel like Taj Brooks might be the guy. Problem is, if we got rid of Chuck Sizzle on like punt returns and kick returns, there would be no purpose to keep him. Right? Joe Burrow's stats are 14 for 18, 156 yards, and a touchdown. And also, hey, little side note, we're not losing to a 7th-round pick. We're losing to Devon Achane. Devon Achane has actually been the guy today, bro. He's been a monster today. I hope something good changes when Katie takes over. What are you talking about when Katie takes over? Katie is already taking over. She has all the power. Mike Brown has no power. Mike Brown is literally like a puppet on a string. He has no power anymore. He gave Katie Blackburn all the power like a couple years ago. Like a couple years ago, he gave Katie Blackburn all the power. Troy Blackburn and Katie Blackburn have all the power. They pretty much are the owner. Katie Blackburn's pretty much the owner of the Bengals. She has all the power already. She's pretty much the owner. Mike Brown has no power. Yeah. That's why it has gotten worse and worse over the last couple years. Because she has all the power. Yep, they get ball at the half. This game feels like it's been 4 hours. I forgot. See, it's funny. For me, I feel like this game has gone by really quick, and then I feel like the second quarter went by so slow. I think it's for the kickoff returns. We have 2 deep people, which... Yes, yeah. Usually with kickoff returns, yeah, you have someone on the west and then on the left and the right. But this usually seems like the main guy is Chuck Sizzle. And I just feel like, maybe the main guy should be Taj Brooks. But going into this game, it's not to take her out by force. Another felony. We can't do that. That's felony. Anyway, but usually Taj Brooks, based on what I understand, he's not really the kick returner, though. It's just the fact Chuck Sizzle is out. That's the only reason why he's in there right now. Normally, Taj Brooks is just not anywhere close to kick returning. All right, 2nd down and 2 now at the 48-yard line for Cincinnati. Down by 4. Katie Blackburn has a degree in financing, too. That's why the front office sucks terribly. Yeah. I don't know if that's true, John. But thank you for your input on that one. Jamar Chase catch for 11 yards. John, you're awful. Would you rather Elon Musk on the team current? I mean, probably Elon Musk, because he's going to really try to get as many wins as possible, because he's going to try to push Tesla on the company as much as possible. So at least that might be positive. And also it would be a change. I think that we would both have felonies. She would be a felony and we would have felonies. Pat, chill. Alright, 1st down and 10 now, the 38-yard line. The guy who owns Golden State. I was talking about Mark Cuban took over the Bengals. Imagine that. I know he has the Mavericks, but if Mark Cuban took over the Bengals, that would be an interesting sight. I don't know how it would work or how well it would work. But if Mark Cuban took over, that would be interesting. Browns, Quinshon Judkins is down in pain after being tackled, and the cart is now coming out to get him. So Quinshon Judkins is now being loaded on the cart. Incomplete pass intended for Chase. I'm a good mod today. Yes, you are, Cringe. Appreciate you, Cringe. Thank you so much for being a good mod today. She actually has an economics and mathematics background in 1986. Darkfire, I feel like you have done way too much research on her. And I feel like that might be a little concerning. Why would Miami call a timeout after a first down? I don't know. It's Miami, man. Miami's so cooked at this point as well. We're cooked and they're cooked. They're never going to sell the team. They're going to always just transition the team down through the family. That's all it is. Incomplete pass to Mike Gesicki across the middle. 3rd down and 10. Almost an interception. 3rd down and 10, baby. This game. Chill with the stalking. Yeah, no stalking. Yeah. Yeah, Judkins. You hate to see an injury. You never see an injury of a player. But Judkins was the one who beat the crap out of his girlfriend and didn't sign with the Bengals for a little bit of time. Was it alleged? I don't think that's alleged, Cringe. I don't think Judkins, I don't think he allegedly beat the crap out of his girlfriend. He did beat the crap out of his girlfriend because it was in a car and his mom was in the back seat and she was a witness that said he did beat the crap out of his girlfriend. So I don't think that's alleged. I think that was proven. I think she dropped it. She dropped the charges because money. But I think that he actually did beat the crap out of his girlfriend, and his mom was in the back seat and she said some like off the wall stuff, which caused him to do it, which is never a reason to do it. But I believe, if I am correct, I don't think that's alleged. I think he actually did just beat the crap out of his girlfriend. And that's why he got in trouble, and then he couldn't like sign with the Browns at first, and then he wanted more money, and it was a whole entire mess. 2-yard run for Samaje Perine after a 27-yard catch by Drew Sample. I don't know, Darkfire. You were on pace to about to tell me her address, her social security number, and all her information. So I don't know, man. You were like on pace to get like crazy information, okay? Penalty on Miami. Face mask enforced at Miami's 9-yard line. So that's going to be a first down. First down Bengals. Because it's a face mask penalty. Yep, face mask. Touchdown Bengals. Money buys freedom. Yes, it does. 100%. Well, money and clout. Money and clout. Because they don't want to put football players in jail because then it takes away from, them playing football. So it's money and clout buys freedom. Not just money. It's clout too. You have to have some type of attention and crap. Like if you're a big name, people know you, people talk about you, then you're going to be able to get away with stuff. Ooh, that's ugly. Okay. Well, again, like I said, I don't ever want to see a player get hurt or a player go through stuff. Obviously, the situation with him it is what it is, but yeah, you never want to see a guy get hurt or go do some crap like that. And the Nick Chubb injury was awful, so. I don't know, man. Seen weirder things online. I feel like a car insurance company. We've seen a thing or two. Something like that. The drive was set up by Taj Brooks. Return. He is really good at open field. That's what I'm saying, Steve-O. Steve Reno. Steve Reno. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's so good at returns, man. I want to see him as a kick returner moving forward. 100%. Always talking about is his injury, saying it's really bad. He's not saying anything negative about the guy. He's just saying that, the guy has an injury. It's all good. Call. We will clear out the MLB. John? John, please. What's a Chubb injury? Nick Chubb's injury. Cringe. Bro, come on. I know you're 14. But, it happened, a year ago. What are you talking about? No, you should have saw it. Nick Chubb, the Steelers, Mika Fitzpatrick at the time, they literally crunched Nick Chubb's leg, and it bent back like this. Nick Chubb's leg went like this. And it was so bad and ugly. It was disgusting looking, that injury. It was awful. What kind of injury did he have? Yeah, it was his leg just went the complete opposite way, and it completely tore his muscle off the bone, and you could see the bone through the flesh. Yeah, you could see the bone through the flesh. It was disgusting. And yeah, it was a really bad injury. And the reason why everyone, despite him having some big games against the Ravens, I was like, Nick Chubb. Yeah, Nick Chubb's amazing. But the problem with Nick Chubb's injury was, if you watch the play, it looks like the Steelers did it on purpose. And a lot of people gave the Steelers a lot of crap, because if you watch the Steelers, it looks like the Steelers did it on purpose. And it looked like it was just a dirty play that happens to have a really bad injury attached to it. No, that was John. Cringe. That was John who said that. Not what's his name? Not the P guy. John said that, not the P guy. Steelers always playing dirty, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, no, Pat didn't say that. That was literally John. Oh, wait. Oh, you don't. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't have the actual names. Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking to. Okay, never mind. I take that back. I thought you were talking to. Okay. I thought you were talking about Pal or Pack, but you were talking about John. I forgot that John's name isn't showing up. Obviously. Never mind. John's a mod too, so you can't ban John anyway. But okay, never mind. Every time you said John's name, his actual username, I thought you were talking about Pack. So I was like, Nick Chubb's injury. Quentin Ewers 5-yard run. 2nd down and 5. I was stupid. And Devon A. Chain for a gain of 4. Gotta love tackling, man. I know I was getting attention. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate you, buddy. 3rd down and 1, baby. 3rd down and 1. Come on. 3rd down and 1. Nothing stupid. Get a stop, boys. Come on. And we stopped them. 4th and 5. We stopped them. Let's go, baby. Good job, defense. We stopped them. 4th and 5. Devon A. Chain lost 4 yards. Let's go. All right, boys. Offense about to come back out and do some magical stuff. Also, it's my dad's birthday. He's 65 today. Hey. What? Darkfire? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You crazy. Oh, John. Yeah, John says stuff like that. That's John. Stop. Okay. Pax is John. Pax is John. Okay, from now on, Pax is John. Stop calling him Pax. I know his name is Pax because of the whole thing. Is John. That's John. What Darkfire? He's talking about because John talked about calling ice. Who gets the ball to start the second half? Forgot. They do. Miami Dolphins do. Miami Dolphins get the ball first. Start the second half. Yeah, that's John. Every time I see Pax, I think Pac, which is the other guy. And I'm like, what did he say? And I'm like, I read what Pac said. And I'm like, Pac didn't say anything bad. And then I realized you're talking about Pax, which you're talking about John. Why does YouTube have to do this, bro? Why does YouTube have to do this stupid update where we can't see people's names anymore? It's so annoying. Like, bro, come on. I miss just being able to see people's names. Not gonna lie, we have 67 viewers right now. We actually have 69 now. We have 69 viewers, according to my thing. Can't talk about Steelers being dirty. No. We're not saying on dirty in general. We're saying dirty on that one play, on that Nick Chubb tackle. There was a lot of people, and I didn't say they were dirty. I said a lot of people were mad at them and said they were dirty. That's what I just said. Center near Dayton. Oh, okay. Nice. So you are a rich man then. What? 68. Now 69. Mine hasn't changed. And mine is like the back end of YouTube. So it's technically 69. It might change for you guys because like it might update YouTube thingy. But for me, I'm looking at it through the back end. Pause on that. Pause on everything I said. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm also saying the Steelers are always dirty. But, like, you know. We love you. You know everything. Come on, man. You know. This is a Bengals stream. This is how it's going to work. Anyway, Bills up 20-10 at halftime on the Browns. KC is losing 9-3 to the Titans. I mean, to the Chiefs. Well, no. Chiefs are losing 9-3 to the Titans. Chargers. Yeah, just leave that there. Chargers are beating the Cowgirls by 4. 21-17. It's 69. It's not 67. Actually, no, I'm just going to pull up scores this way. So here's our updates. Vikings are beating the Giants 13-10. Saints are beating the Jets 9-6. Bucks are winning or losing 13-10 to the Panthers. Dude, I swear the Buccaneers, I feel so bad for Buccaneers fans. Sean, you were literally about to not make the playoffs. What are you talking about? You guys are about to lose to the Patriots, lose to the Packers, and then you're going to lose to the Steelers. You're going to lose out and go 7-10. What are you talking about, bro? We might have the same record with you at the end of the year. Come on, bro. Oh. Aren't you... Yeah, bro, the Ravens are literally about to be eliminated. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? I will be watching that game as well. Should be a good game. I think 1,000% the Ravens going to lose. Not 2012 when the Bengals did not choke. You're so funny. Sean, you got some jokes, man. You got some jokes. still contending for the playoffs, though. I mean, yeah, I guess. You just get a worse draft pick in the end, you know? But I guess you're right. You still are technically contending. You just get a worse draft pick. But, hey. Sometimes you just got to take the small wins in life, right? You got to take the small wins in life. Even if they're very small, you got to take the small wins in life. So sometimes it's like, hey, we're still contending, even though we're not that good of a team. But, hey, we're still here. Sean, we lost in 89 after winning 59 minutes, so shut the fluff up. Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Lamar does not practice on Wednesdays. That is true. He does not do that, ever, for some reason. First half numbers. Joe Burrow, 16 for 22. 193 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase, 58 yards. T. Higgins, 53 yards. Drew Sample, 27 yards. And Yoshi, 21 yards. Other side, Quentin Ewers, 10 for 12, 109 yards, and 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Devon Achane, 65 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. Nice. Sean, I was -11 in 2000. 1 in 2012. There you go. Oh, man. How many free agents are available next year, Ryan? A lot of free agents. But we don't know the exact number until the players go through the whole signing process. Because some people are going to be bought back. Some people will not. For us, obviously, and for other teams as well. But Geno Stone's going. Geno Stone is going, no matter what. He's going no matter what. Anyway, what did I... Yeah, the chat is full of hella unks. Bro, come on, man. We're not all unks. I'm 29. John's like 30, bro. John's kind of like... He's like 30 years old. You know, he's up there in age. Sean's my age. Sean's 29 as well. Yeah, that's pretty much all the people I know age of. Shawnee rings are probably from before. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to talk about recently, and recently the Ravens have sucked. That's just a fact, you know. They've sucked in the playoffs. They haven't been successful. They've been a bad team. And, yeah, you could talk about the past, right? And the past is always a great thing to talk about when you're a Cowboys fan. But when you're, you know, realistic fan, you know, you should probably not talk about the past like that. Zarius Smith always ends up being a free agent, I feel like. Now, would it ever turn into anything? Who knows? He probably won't sign with us. He'll probably sign with a contender. We shouldn't be trying to win this. They're going to always try to win. Players always try to win. Coaches always try to win. That's just how it works, you know? Everyone tries to win. Our rings are within the 21st century. Yeah, but it was so long ago, dude. Nobody on your roster right now is currently on your roster that was on the Super Bowl team. So it's so in the past, man. Like, I feel like if you're going to talk crap, you have to talk crap with your team. If at least one player from your Super Bowl team's on your team now, then you can somewhat talk crap. But if not, then it's a completely different team. I mean, it's the same equivalent of saying, like, hey, the Cowboys won Super Bowl in 95 or 96. Let's talk about those guys. Like, those guys aren't on the team anymore. You know, no one from there ever won now. It's completely different scenarios. Asante Samuel Jr. is on the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to end up bringing back Asante Samuel Jr., to be honest. Yeah, Sean's a Chiefs fan and a Ravens fan. Okay. And I remember when Lamar Jackson had crazy games against our defense, which is pretty much considered a practice squad defense. Like, we can go through this all day, my man. We can play this game all day. Like, every defense we've ran out of the last 5 years have been like last 3 years have been a practice squad defense. Yeah, 2012 wildcard game when what's his name? Lamar Jackson refused to play because he wanted a new contract. So he missed the playoff game because he wanted a new contract. That's sad, man. Christian Wilkins, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like Christian Wilkins. I don't like the fact that he's not consensual with who he kisses and what he touches. That would be my problem, is he's not very consensual with what he touches and kisses. He will put his hands on anyone, and he'll touch anyone and kiss anyone, and that's not always a good thing. We still won, though. Like, we still won. You barely beat the 49ers. You still won, right? Like, you barely beat the 49ers. They came back. It wasn't for a PI call in the end zone not called on Brandon Carr. It would have potentially, Jimmy Smith, it would have completely been a different situation. They do. I think they do. I think Woody Johnson is way worse than Mike Brown and Katie Blackburn. I agree with you on there. The fact that Woody Johnson came out and literally admitted that 90% of the players he goes for is what his grandson tells him on Madden. Like, his Madden ratings is what he goes off of. That's how you know Woody Johnson's worse than us. Yeah, Wilkins is a freak. I will agree there. He is very much a freak. We'll keep coaches and make decisions. Free agents signing to get everyone hyped. The problem is, though, you have to get those free agents to buy in, right? And free agents aren't going to sign here if they know they're going to be in a very bad negative situation. And that's the issue with the free agents. It's like, how do you get these free agents to buy in, you know? Who won the North in 2023 and 2024? Who won the North in 2021 and 2022? Sean, we could do this all day, bro. Like, okay, who won the North in those 2 years and did nothing in the playoffs? Who won the North in 2021, 2022, and actually got to the Super Bowl in the championship in back-to-back years? But you guys just choked when you got there both times. Okay? Cool. That's fun. You know, you guys spent 2 years choking, and we got to the Super Bowl and the championship. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. You got a running back playing quarterback. It is what it is. You know? You can only shine a turd so much and polish a turd so much. I don't think they're ever going to sign Isaiah Williams. I hear the fire in Ryan's voice. Oh, sometimes, Dreamy, sometimes. Could the Bengals sign Justin Simmons? I wanted them to sign Justin Simmons this whole year, and they never did. I really wanted them to. They never did. I don't think they're going to be honest. Again, no rings. Okay. You have no rings with the current squad you have and the quarterback you have. Your current quarterback has 0 rings. Our current quarterback has 0 rings. We're even. End of story. Joe Flacco is not your quarterback. My quarterback, Joe Flacco, has 1 ring. Your quarterback has 0. Joe Flacco has 1. He's our quarterback. So our quarterback has 1 ring. Your quarterback has 0. We won. We got the Super Bowl. You could walk down the street and high five a mailbox. We won. Yeah, Sean, what are you talking about? Our quarterback has a ring. Joe Flacco has a ring. Lamar has 0. What now? Yeah. See how it works? We stole your quarterback, and now we stole your ring. It's like when the Baltimore Colts went to Indianapolis and stole all the Baltimore Colts crap. Same concept. We stole your franchise. Or Super Bowl. We did get AFC Championship rings. You're right. That's something the Ravens never had. They haven't had one since, 2012. 6-yard run to start off the second half with 6-yard run with Chase Brown to start off the second half. Burrow owns Mahomes. Burrow beat ones in the playoffs. He owns Mahomes. Yes, he does. Question is, can Burrow find happiness in Cincinnati before? I think he can, yes. I think if we start winning, he'll find happiness. It's really easy to have happiness when we win. Yeah, boy, we got your ring, Sean. We took your ring from you! Oh, okay, well, we did not have anything. This was glitched. Never mind. This was all glitched. We did not run the ball before. We did that before halftime. It's all glitched. They get the ball at the halftime. Whatever. First down and 10 here. Here we go. We'll go after a big-name defensive free agent. I think they'll try to, but they might not get him because the situation at hand. We stole your ring. You had a ring. We stole it. Now you got one. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard run up the middle for Devon A-Chain. Working, so I haven't been paying attention to the game. But my day just got better knowing we were winning at half and still had the lead. Yes. Devon A-Chain, 1-yard run up the middle. All right, 3rd down and 4, baby. 3rd down and 4. Yeah. Nobody wants to play Cincinnati. I mean, because we have Duke Tobin drafting, let's just win this game. Let's just win this game. Top 3 in the AFC regardless of defense. I mean, if we got Justin Jefferson, we would be even more. We own him. We own him 100%. We always own Mahomes and the Chiefs, and that's why the Chiefs hate us. You know how we know we own the Chiefs? Because the Chiefs hate us. That's how you know we own them. If we didn't own the Chiefs and we didn't own Mahomes, they would not hate us. Just keep that in mind. They hate us because we own them. That's why they hate us. So if you're like, well, Burrow doesn't own Mahomes, if that's the case, then they wouldn't hate us. All right, so Devon A-Chain caught a pass for 31 yards, but they're going to call offensive pass interference. So it's a 10-yard penalty, replay, 3rd down and 14. Remember that. If they truly thought, oh, yeah, Mahomes easily is better than Burrow, they wouldn't be fighting us. They wouldn't hate us. That's why the Ravens fans always got to come in here and say Lamar is better than Burrow. Because they're scared of him. They want to knock him down off his pedestal because they're scared. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I get it. I understand. It's not easy. 3rd down and 14. Bengals ball. See? Scared. Just like the Dolphins right here. Scared. McVay. With swag. McVay does have swag. I'll agree with you on that one. Bengals football. We got the ball at their 34-yard line. They fumbled it. Pass right for 10 yards, and that's going to be a fumble. Recovered by Myles Murphy. Myles Murphy! I'm actually happy because I like to see Myles Murphy do good things. I like to see Myles Murphy do good things, man. Shout out to Miles Murphy. I love to see Miles Murphy cooking. You know what happened after that, Sean? Joseph Asai had a crap call in the championship. That punt before the crap call happened, there was 3 penalties that the refs came out after and said those 3 were key penalties, and they did not call them. There was an illegal block in the back, there was holding on the return team, and there was an offsides, and they did not call any of them. 3 penalties on that punt that led them to get the Joseph Asai penalty, which gave them the field goal. So that's what happened, Sean. There's your answer to your question, my man. There's your answer. Your answer to your question is the referees. There's your answer. Mahomes got bailed again by the referees. All right, we are way past that game, but the referees came out themselves and admitted that they were wrong. That's the fact of the matter is the referees themselves said that they blew that game. So there's your answer. The mayor did talk crap, and at the end of the day, it sucks, and the mayor definitely didn't help us out, but the refs is what screwed us. Don't forget about the redo play that Casey got. Well, yeah, but that was early in the game, technically, so that's the only reason why I don't bring that up. It's because that was way early in the game, right? And at the end of the day, we still had a shot at the end to actually do something, right? But the clear as day, they had a punt return to get almost in field goal range, and there was 3 blown calls. If they don't get that punt in field goal range, now they're backed up, completely different ending of the game. But instead, the referees gave them that. So that is a complete freaking referees cheating. And the refs came out, they apologized, they said, hey, we messed up, we should have called that, and they didn't. And then, you know, I'm going farther. No, we ain't done yet. On that Joseph Asai play where he hit Mahomes and got the 15-yard penalty, the left guard held our defensive tackle, and again, the referees admitted that they held our defensive tackle on that play. So that Joseph Asai play should have been offsetting penalties for holding on the left guard and was not called. So even more horse crap. Okay? Even more horse crap in that game. That Joseph Asai penalty should not have been a penalty. That should have been holding on the left guard. And it should have been offsetting penalties, and they should have had it at midfield yet again. But they didn't because the referees cheated. Done. I don't care if he threw 2 interceptions, Sean. At the end of the day, what comes down to it is the very end of the game. And that's what happened. That's what happened at the end of the game, which changed the whole ball game. Touchdown Bengals. Suck it. Like, I don't care if you look at a fine-tooth comb and saying, well, this happened, that. At the end of the day, what happened at the very end is what happened. Last night, the Packers lost to the Bears. What caused them to lose to the Bears? Romeo Doubs did not get the onside kick. It was in his hands. If he got it, game over, they win. That's all that matters. That's the most important thing in all this. Is if he caught that pass or got that onside kick, they would have won. Touchdown. Up 24-14. Okay. I'm good. Okay? I'm good. I'm calm. I'm calm, bro. I'm calm. I went a little crazy. I did. I might have lost it a little bit. Yeah, Packers suck. I mean, the Packers really, truly do suck. But they did lose their starting quarterback, so I'll give them props there. They lost the starting quarterback for the game, which definitely does not help. Haley, we won't be happy in the draft. Do you know why in April? Because we got Duke Tobin. We're not going to be happy in the draft in April because Duke Tobin's our GM. And Duke Tobin's going to take a stupid draft pick. So you're right. We're not going to be happy because Duke Tobin is our GM. We can't be happy if Duke Tobin's our GM. That's the problem. We can't be happy when Duke Tobin's our GM. You give me like an actual GM, like Douglas, the old Jets GM. He drafted 4 players who might be Hall of Famers. Give me that GM, and I will be tickled pink. I'll be sitting in April like this. I'll be like this. Every single pick. Give me an actual GM who knows how to draft and can actually get some scout in there that know what the heck they're doing. That's what I want. Even the draft picks don't want to sign here because of bad negotiations. I mean, we had the whole entire thing, man. We had the whole thing with freaking Shamar Story who didn't want to play here because of the contracts. Dolphins have more to lose for, not us. Yeah. Ryan, he's our guy. Slim Shady Ryan. I appreciate you. I try my best. I try my best. Okay. Sean said Burrow wishes he had Mahomes' 3 rings. Sean, every single quarterback in the NFL wishes he had 3 rings. Okay? You tell me a quarterback in the NFL right now who doesn't wish they had 3 Super Bowl rings. Tell me. Lamar would love to know. Would love to have 3 Super Bowl rings, right? Josh Allen would. Joe Burrow would. Even Jalen Hurts, who has a Super Bowl ring, would love to have 3 Super Bowl rings. That's not a point, dog. That's not a point. That's literally not even a point. Like, 2 picks in a title game does not change you from getting 3 rings or not. In no way. Tom Brady's no longer as a starting quarterback. Well, I'm talking about starting quarterbacks in the NFL. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Lamar Jackson would love to have 3 Super Bowl rings. He would love to have 1. He'd love to have a AFC title game, like a conference championship win ring. Come on, man. Yeah, obviously, like, yeah, if you're going back, like Joe Montana has 5 rings, you know. Like all these other quarterbacks, Tom Brady has 6 or 7. Isn't as good as Joe. I'll give you that, but Joe is very, still has a very long way to go. Yeah, but Sean, you know Lamar Jackson would never win a Super Bowl. Come on. You know he won't. I mean, I agree with you on the Super Bowl rings. Yes, Joe Burrow has a very long way to go in order to get to Patrick Mahomes' Super Bowl rings. I agree with you. Incomplete pass to Dalen Waller brings up 3rd down and 10. Hang on. Here we go. Hang on, boys. And intercepted by the Bengals. Barrett Carter with the interception. Barrett Carter with the interception for the Bengals. Let's go, baby. Okay, let's remove that. 1 second, guys. Just setting everything up here. Hi, there we go, baby. There we go. Barrett Carter with the pick. Oh, no. My bad. Hold up, boys. Hold up. Just like that. Hang on, just setting this up real fast. No, do that. Okay. Remove text. Hang on. What the heck? Bro, I think I'm technology illiterate at this point. Alright, come on, boys. Put Flacco in. Flacco ain't coming in, bro. There we go. At least we're going to blow out a team, you know? Kind of happy to at least blow out a team for once. Okay. Hang on, guys. This will all make sense what I'm doing in a second. We'll win a Super Bowl at the point. Bro, Sean, you're giving me so much good stuff to go off of this stream. Whose mouse over your head, Ryan? Oh, somebody said that we're gonna draft Chuck E. Cheese with our draft pick, so I just made Chuck E. Cheese as a Bengal. Because somebody said we're gonna draft Chuck E. Cheese. Chase Brown catch for 23 yards across the middle. Let's go, baby. Okay. I'm just going to go with this. Hang on. PNG. Yeah, get rid of Favre. Hold up. This is going to work so well. I promise it's going to work so well. Ah! Okay. I'm going to have to add a new image file. Add new file, add source. Yes. Touchdown, Chase Brown, 12-yard run. All right, there's my new little thing for here. Touchdown, Chase Brown. Ryan, you should have bought us tickets to today's game. Nobody wanted to go to today's game, bro. See Burrow having fun out there. I think he is having fun out there. They're killing him. That was me. Love the Chuck E. Cheese pick. Love the Chuck E. Cheese pick too. No, that's only Dundo gets to go in the cuck chair. Only Dundo gets to go in the cuck chair. So far, our defense is actually killing it. Surprisingly enough. Running quarterback Bengals are the scariest team. So I put on the screen here Sean, because he just said, yes, Lamar isn't as good as quarterback as Joe. I'll give you that, but Joe is still, it has a long way to go. And I agree with you. Joe has a long way to go, 100%. Can we trade a 7th round pick for Joe Mixon? Because that's what we did before. Yeah, apparently, like, there's a crap ton of Bengals fans at this game today, according to Haley. Apparently, that's a thing. Wait, what? Comes to car seats, bulky. Oh, okay. Hey, you added that chat. Oh, no, I didn't, Sean. I didn't edit anything. What are you talking about, bro? That is not edited. That is straight from your mouth. I just screenshotted what you said in the chat, and I, I put it in there. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't edit anything. I think that's blasphemy. Blasphemy. Blasphemy, what you're saying. I would ever edit that. I would never. I'm no harlot. Harlot, I think it is. Harlot. Oh, yeah, the thumbnail goes hard. I'm not going to lie. The thumbnail goes hard for this stream. This is our thumbnail for this stream. I'm going to have to take this off for a second. Oh, crap. Chuck E. Cheese, where are you? Okay, hold up. We're going to move this over. This is our... Okay, can I make this smaller? Is the question. I can. Make it even smaller. This is our thumbnail. Oh, that's our thumbnail. I'm the middle dog. I'm the middle one. You know what's funny? On the white background, the mouse actually works so well. So when I do this, it doesn't work as well, right? But when I do it like this, the mouse works so well. I wish I could. I guess I could technically do it like this. Hang on. There's the mouse. Like that. That works well. Because now it looks like he's actually just there. It looks like this is part of the website. Bills over Lions. Bills over Lions. But Joe Burrow beat the Ravens in the playoffs while Lamar lost. Even though he wasn't playing, he's still in the team. So he technically lost. I couldn't see it being the Seahawks. Seahawks get it in there. Seahawks could be in the Super Bowl. They keep finding ways to win. So, who knows? First down, Miami. Quentin Ewers passed to right for 18 yards. Okay, Bills over Lions, Lions over Bills, either or. Either way, it's the same concept. Burrow beat Tyler Huntley. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Lamar could have played. He decided not to. So therefore, that's just, it is what it is. Devon A. Chain up the middle for 2 yards. Oh man, Ravens are better franchise story than the Bengals. You're gonna make this purely a. Artie, if you think we're being serious, bro, it's not that serious, my guy. It's not that serious. To put different images in YouTube on screen or some other software. I use Streamlabs OBS, by the way. I use Streamlabs OBS. So, I don't use YouTube Studio or anything like that. I use Streamlabs OBS. Let's be real, the Ravens still would have lost that game. Yeah. Probably would have still lost that game. Lamar would have fumbled it for 6 or something or threw a stupid pick. In the end, it would have been the same result. Just a little bit different timing. 3rd down and 8. 46-yard line. Oh, man. Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he does, obviously. You don't think Sean seriously thinks? He does, yeah. He tells me every day. That's an everyday thing, by the way. Wait, what? You don't think Sean is being serious? Oh yeah, but no, like we're just joking here. It's not like that serious, but like kind of is, but kind of isn't. Sean's just also saying it's just a troll, so it's kind of like a combination of the two. That's kind of how it is. We do that a lot here. We just kind of troll and joke around. No one's really being serious. Let Joe pick out players. That would be interesting, to be honest. Is Sean? Oh, of course, it's all good fun. Yeah, exactly. It's all literally that's all it is. We just mess around in these live streams. Nothing is that serious, especially not when we're 4-9. I'm just saying though, through the jokes, I know he's serious when he says this. He is serious, but like he also trolls. I've known Sean for 27 years. He loves trolling. I've known him my whole entire life. He's literally my brother. So Sean is literally my brother. So like, I've known him my whole entire life, man. He likes to troll. 4th and 1 to 47-yard line. They didn't get it. Oh wow, we stopped them. We actually stopped them. Dang, bro. Our defense did something. Lamar Jackson's a running back. So the problem is we can't talk about quarterbacks if we bring up Lamar Jackson. That's the issue. He's a little bit special. Ugh. Everybody now. Special. Okay, now I'm thinking about that song. Alright, we stopped them. We get ball back. Wonder what point Joe Flacco comes in. I feel like at some point Joe Flacco has to come in. Right? Some point. Browns about to be down by 6. Bills defense sucks. That does not shock me. Yep. That's a little bit life. Life in general. Let's go down and score another touchdown. I want to win by 21 points. Or 24 points, excuse me. I wonder if Flacco even comes in at this point. Our season's over, so I wonder if they're just going to let Joe Burrow pad stats, you know? Because that's the thing. When you play bad teams like this is like the perfect time to just go out there and pad some stats. It just helps out for overall numbers. All right, 5:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bengals up by 17. Weird thing to say out loud, but we are. Still have a shot to even blow them out even more. Bills ball. Nice. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Come on. Okay, you know what I gotta do? Hang on. Oh, nope. That would have been really bad. That would have been really, really bad. Okay. Come on, boys. You know, it's funny. We're gonna win these last 3 games. That's the sad part in all this. Bengals good today. The Dolphins suck. The Dolphins actually suck. The problem with the Dolphins is they've already given up. They've completely given up on this season, and that's the problem with the Dolphins. They just given up pretty much. So it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, Dolphins, they have nothing left to fight for at this point, and I feel like they just lost their GM. They want to get rid of their coach. Right? It's just that combination. If we go draft Chuck E. Cheese, his jersey number can be extra cheese. Ha ha ha! You're funny. Oh, that's funny. They're gonna cut Tua probably. I have to look in to see when his contract's up and when they're out is. What's up, Cornell? How you doing? Who day? We're absolutely cooking these Dolphins alive. When's this? Let me see his contract. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to type in contract. First down, Bengals. All the way. Holy moly. Jamar Chase, 36-yard catch. Down to the 12-yard line. Dolphins quit. Dolphins have completely given up. So they have a potential out after the 2026 season. So for the Dolphins, they would have an out after the 2026 season and only lose $34.8 million of dead money. So they're not going to cut him until after the 2026 season. So after next season is when they would cut him. They're not going to cut him yet. Burrow has 280 yards and 2 touchdowns, so he's been killing it. Been absolutely annihilating them. But yeah, they wouldn't cut him to after 2026. 7-yard run up the middle for Chase Brown. Second and 3. Belt to butt. This is a whipping. Pretty much, yeah. %. This is what we wanted to see all year, pretty much. And now we finally get to see it. Incomplete pass on 2nd and 3. Brings up 3rd down and 3 now at the 5-yard line. Fantastic. Please show, do not be hurt. Touchdown. Touchdown, Bengals. We're now up by 24 points. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Chase Brown catch for 5 yards. You can kiss any linebacker or safety goodbye. Yeah, not gonna happen, bro. Not gonna happen. Especially if we play it like this. You play it like this, Joe Burrow's gonna be happy after this game. Yeah, but Arvell Reese doesn't hurt, bro. Doesn't hurt to have Arvell Reese on the squad. I say score again. Yeah, we're gonna get Justin Jefferson next year and just go all out. We're the only way to make Joe Burrow happy is get Justin Jefferson. That's the only way to make Joe Burrow happy. Get Justin Jefferson. Dude, the season's already over. They're not gonna put in Joe. They're not gonna put in Flacco. At this point, man, we're just doing this to do this. We're just padding stats. At this point, we're just padding stats now. With Tobin, we would have had a pick. Would have picked a holder in the first round? Probably, yeah. That's actually an interesting trade. They probably would do that. Shamar has a tackle. Does he have a tackle? I guess he had on the kickoff, yeah, but I'm proud of him if he actually has a tackle. Didn't expect that much from him. All right, first down 10 for Miami at the 26-yard line. It'll be nice to see Joe happy. Joe? Yeah, I mean, he'll be really happy after this game. There's probably a chance we score another touchdown in this game. Another pick? No way. Did we really get another interception? Holy crap. Quentin Ewers, bro. I know he was a 7th round pick. But that's embarrassing. Another interception. This one was intercepted by Jalen Davis. Oh my. Nah. Joe Burrow is out for 2 months, man. He's getting his stats. Joe Burrow is getting his stats here, bro. He was out for 2 months. He's going out there and he's putting up his stat lines. Joe's about to throw another touchdown pass. He's about to throw another one. Check this out. 48-yard touchdown to T. Higgins. This looks like the first time we played the Ravens. That's how it feels. Like when we beat the Ravens for the first time, this is how it felt. Dude, we could put up 70. Wait, can we put up 70? We could put up 70 points in this game. I am convinced we could put up 70 points in this game. Six-yard catch out of the backfield for Chase Brown. Holy moly, we are actually doing it. Joe Burrow actually wants to throw for 600 yards in this game. No, I'm talking about Thanksgiving game, Sean. I'm not talking about last week's game. Can't bring up something that's completely outside of the whole thing. Chase Brown up the middle for 12 yards. This Dolphin squad is giving up. This Dolphin squad is giving up. Samaj P run up the middle for 7 yards. Nice. Now you got to bring in Samaj to give Samaj some runs. Everyone be eating today. Yep, Jalen Davis got a pick. Quentin Ewers is not having a really good debut. Ended the third quarter, Bengals up 24 points. That's not true. We might not run it the rest of the day. We might throw it for another touchdown. I think T. Higgins got a touchdown in him. I'll be honest with you. I think there's a T. Higgins touchdown somewhere around here. That's because the Bills, for some reason, always love to lose. I don't know why. The Bills always love to find a way to make that game close. Their games close. Look at this crap. This crap is insanity to me. 23-17. Uno scores a touchdown. I think T. Higgins going to score another one. I think T is about to get a second touchdown. How they screw Myles Garrett. Dawkins. Wait, Dawkins ripped off Garrett's head. No call. Okay, I get you. Just run it. Don't want to get Joe hurt. Dude, it's the end of the season, bro. We have a whole entire off season. Like, at this point, Joe Burrow just wants to put up stats. Samaje Perine first down before the thing went through. All right. Panthers next week. They played Niners last week. Should win. Yeah, should. Yeah, Seahawks always find a way, no matter what, to win. So, as long as they keep doing that, which they should be easy path to the Super Bowl for them. We'll see, though. Well, the Bills always have like one random really good game in them, but every other game, we should have beat the Bills anyway. We had the game. We just do a pick six and then a pick. Well, we had that game as well. Sam Darnold is the quarterback for the Hawks. Sam Darnold. Bears are the 2021 Bengals? I don't think so. Bears always find a way to lose. Found a defense worse than ours, the Dolphins. Cowboys have a worse defense than us, too. Cowboys actually have a worse defense than us. It does go through Denver. You are right. But we're talking about the NFC, Alex. We're talking about the Seahawks, which means the NFC. We're not talking about the AFC. Just the NFC here. But if it's the AFC, you're right. It does go through Denver. Cam Grandy, 1-yard catch. Woo. Joe Burrow is letting everybody catch it. Look at this. Every single person's catching the football from Joe Burrow this game. They double him every snap. Gonna break the single sack season COs next week. Probably. He probably will. They're still gonna lose that game, though. Seattle is tough at home. They are tough at home, yeah. 3-yard run up the middle for Chase Brown. 3rd down and 6. It's going to be a pass play. Most likely to T. Higgins. I would assume. Improving the draft pick. Yeah, they got freaking spanked. But they still don't have that good of a draft pick. Because they're like, what, 6 and 7? 6 and 8 now? They're 6 and 8. So their draft pick is still crap. I just want to score another touchdown so we can put up more points. Touchdown! Bengals. Was it T. Higgins? Was it T. Higgins? Was it T? I feel like it was T. Oh, it was Mike Gesicki. That sucks. I wish it was T. Higgins. I thought it was going to be T. Higgins. Oh, that sucks. I like Mike Gesicki, but I'd rather it be T. Higgins. I have more faith in T. Higgins. All right, we could score 54 points in this game. Dang. I'm more curious about scoring 54 points in this game. Joe Burrow is about to put up like every record possible. Bro, Joe Burrow's about to, he has 309 yards and 4 tutties. Would you all rather see make the playoffs, Ravens, Steelers? Oh, I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care who makes the playoffs between those two. Like, pick of the Devils. I don't care. Yeah, Rodgers making it would be funny. I feel like that would be funny. Lamar would just go there and choke. Rodgers would go there and just lose and then be pissed off about them. Plus, Rodgers going there means the Steelers go 9-8 at least, which means Mike Tomlin doesn't leave. And that also means that they stick with Mike Tomlin and the forever curse of above 500 continues. So I feel like I want the Steelers just so that they could, go there and then lose and then be like, we're stuck in the forever 500 record. That's what I'll say. So give me Steelers to go there and win. Or not win, so lose in the first round, but I'd probably go Steelers. It'd just be funnier that way. Because neither of you guys are going to do anything if you get there. So it's pointless to even theorize that. Hey, there we go. Yeah, Chase Brown does have 3 touchdowns today. B for B, Sean. Bro Nation. Waller's out. That's not surprising. Score check. The Browns scored a field goal, so now it's a 3-point ball game with Buffalo. Yeah. Life, I would prefer the Ravens to beat the Steelers, but anymore, I'd probably go with Steelers. I just want the Steelers to forever be above 500 so that they can never get rid of Tomlin and never make changes. I love hearing Steelers fans cry about the fact that they're always above 500 so they can never make changes. That's always funny to me. I don't get anything funny out of the Ravens going there. There's nothing funny there. Other than, I guess, Lamar Jackson choking. But at this point, I'm kind of just like, whatever. Like, it happens all the time. Death taxes, Lamar Jackson chokes the playoff game. I really don't care about it anymore. Right? But with Lamar, with Steelers going, they're going to lose in the first round, but it's more funny. I like Burrow, but I'll never root for another team over my team. I've always been a Ravens fan. Oh, cool. Unless the Chiefs are playing you guys, then maybe. That might be a 50-50. Might be like an oxymoron. Right up the middle for -1 yards. Goodbye. You know what's crazy? How did they haven't given it to A-Chain in so long. I feel like they just gave up on A-Chain. Hey, nice. Nice. I feel like they just gave up on A-Chain, man. Like, A-Chain hasn't touched the ball since, like, the second quarter. He was killing us, and then they were just like, we're done with them. We're done with the chain, man. Yeah, his legacy game, yeah. Wait, they just did? What do you mean they just did? Oh, they did give the chain. 6-yard run. Yay, let's go. They handed it to the Chains. And then there's a false start penalty on them. Oh, Ravens. Even my guy Mahomes is in Ravens. Don't forget, Aaron Rodgers is also a big playoff trick himself. That's what I'm saying. Rodgers is going to literally go there and lose. But the pain the Steelers fans get to feel makes it almost better. It makes it that much better. It just makes it that much better. They're down in 10. I know, right? Sadly, we didn't get to play the Dolphins all season. And that's our biggest gripe. The Dolphins actually suck that bad. He did win a Super Bowl. He did, yeah, with the Packers. But he also had a cakewalk schedule to get to the Super Bowl, so. And A-Chain catches the ball for 5 yards. It's 4th and 5. What are they going to do? We have not had a game one time this year where we can just sit here and enjoy it. This is crazy, bro. The fact we can just sit here and not worry about this game is insane. I want to score 54 points. I want to score another touchdown. I want one more touchdown. No, Flacco cannot come in yet. We need one more touchdown for Joe Burrow so he can have 5 for the day. Would trade NFL owners. That would be fun. They actually punted the ball, too. That's kind of sad. And we get the ball almost at midfield. Mike McDaniels is always the best, bro. Oh, they put in Flacco. That's stupid. That's stupid. Why would you put in Flacco? I wanted to watch Burrow throw 5 touchdowns. I wanted to score 70 in this game. And we could still score 70. Flacco read option. The problem is, wait, is T. Higgins still in? Is T. Higgins, Jamar Chase still in then? Or are they done too? I just feel like he could have put up so many stats. Bills punting. Bills only up by 3 points in their punting. I feel like if T's still in and Chase is still in, that's going to be crazy. Because then that's going to be like watching Joe Flacco back before. That's what I'm saying. I wanted Joe to score one more touchdown. One more Burrow touchdown, and then we could put in the backups. Missed opportunity, man. I know you're not supposed to run up the score on people. But come on, man. I want to be greedy, John. I want to be greedy. That's the one thing I want in my life here is to be greedy. Taj Brooks is in. Holy moly, we're really going back. 0-yard run for Taj Brooks. Come on, man. Their team gave up, and we can't run the ball with Taj Brooks. Dang. It really be like that, huh? Can't even blow people out, right? Uh, 60 gonna lose. Caleb Downs. I mean, we could still choke this game away. You know, it's possible. Oh, man. This is fun. Now the problem is we're going to try to run off these 11 minutes, and that's going to be the issue. Because now running off these 11 minutes is going to be really frustrating. I'd hit that last drive. Yeah, I know. I just like chaos. I enjoy the chaos of it. 6-yard play brings up 4th and 2. Flacco pass to Tanner Hudson. Hey. Lego baby. Punt the ball to the 3-yard line. Yeah, but they could come back, though. What if they come back and beat us? You never know. We might be the first team in history to blow a 31-point lead with 9 minutes to go. That was a good punt. But that's not surprising because Ryan's a great punter. You need to vape? I don't vape. Yeah, Zach's not going anywhere, yeah. No. Zach and Duke are not going anywhere. Bubba boy. And Dolchich caught the ball for 28 yards. Oh, Joe, yeah. Falsky is a great name. It is a great name. It's like Frosty the Stone Man had a blah, 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 blah. That's a copyrighted song, and I'm going to get flagged for singing this song out loud. Alright. I don't think anyone's going to request a trade. But okay, Sean. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. Valiant effort. But the Browns are gonna brown. Pretty much. Pretty much. I just want to see Flacco score another touchdown. Or at least Flacco score a touchdown in this game. Not the draft and come on to be the Bengals. Yeah. Losing the draft position sucks. It is what it is. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? First down and 10 for the Dolphins at the 43-yard line. They're just going to try to go down the field here and score a touchdown. I just realized, hold up. It is a 31-point game. I don't know why I just realized that mentally. We got an injury on it. Joe Gile Harris got injured on the play. That's not good. Jalen Waddle, 18-yard catch to our 39-yard line. Now our defense kind of gave up. All right, now the 39-yard line. See what the Miami Dolphins have to offer. Tyreek Hill out for the season. So, I mean, yeah, he's been out for the season. Yeah. 100%. They run the ball for 3 yards. Interesting play call. I think we've kind of given up on the whole pass rushing department. And now they're down to our 13-yard line. Now they're down to our 13-yard line. Well, they are going to score. Question becomes, what do they do after they score? We need a new head coach, a new GM, a new everything. Ownership, everything. Cam Scatterbo. And now it's first and goal at the 3. Dang, man. Well, we held him to 0 points in the second half for a very long time. Yeah, he's been out. And he also might retire, to be honest. What's up, Cash? How you doing, man? Welcome to live stream, Cash. Our Ravens fan affiliation person who always comes in here. Appreciate you, man. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dang. Well, they scored, so they made it a little bit better of a game for them. Oh, they're going for an extra point? I thought they'd go for 2. Try to make it look a little bit better. They might be going for 2 then. Hold up. I'm kind of mean. You're good, bro. They went for one. That's kind of sad to go for one in that situation. I feel like. I feel like they should have went for two. Garbage time touchdowns. Yeah. 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 No, he's not going anywhere. And I'm guaranteeing he's pretty happy after this game. I don't think there's any line that he's not happy after this game. You put the lime in the coconut and you shake it all up. Let's see what Joe Shiesty does here. Not Joe Shiesty, Joe Flacco. My brain's cooked. I'm not used to having games where we actually, do good. And we actually this is actually life. I'm used to these games being utter headaches. So now it's like my brain just not used to this. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. Happiness. I think they just gave up, to be honest. The Bengals kind of just gave up. Yep. Nah, he ain't going anywhere. Dang, we really blew them out. Holy moly. I figured we were going to blow them out, right? But but still. They're down in 5. "15 weeks, can't play one full game." Oh, that's why Bills suck. Okay. Bills kind of suck. That's why. Gotta love the Bills, man. Always find a way to choke it. In the end. Alright, what's going to happen here? Third down and 5. 2-minute warning. Game is cooked. It's over. We did everything we needed to do today, boys. We got the job done. Kylan Williams. Keyshawn Williams. I don't know who he is. I can't wait for Zach Taylor's press conference. He's going to talk so much crap. He is going to talk so much crap in that press conference. He's going to be like, I mean, we're the best team in football. Zach's going to be very arrogant in his press conference. I'll say it like that. Did Burrow do to the Dolphins? 309 yards and 4 touchdowns. Are there Dolphin YouTubers? Dolphin fan YouTubers? I feel like there are. I don't really see them ever. But I feel like there are. If there are, holy moly. What do you guys do? How do they feel? Because we suck. Well, we don't suck that bad. I mean, bro, like, we actually have a game this year now that we could talk about and say we had garbage time. Bro, we create a different type of sushi. We created sushi that ends up on a different type of website. All I know is it was an interesting day for us. Fourth and 4. Punt the ball. I'd just go for it. Win the game. Fluff it. What's the worst case scenario? They go down and score a touchdown. Not like that's going to matter in this game. Joe Burrow fried that fish. He fried that fish, baby. He fried that fish. I mean, yeah. What happened with the Bills game? Browns are at the own 1 yard line, 3rd and 18. I think the Browns lost, guys. I think it's safe to say the Brownies have lost. Safe to say that. Intentional grounding. 14-yard penalty. Holy moly. Well, yeah, when you get a 14-yard penalty, I feel like that's definitely not going to be a good thing. You mean like the Patriots? Nobody likes the Patriots here. That's like an oxymoron. 4th and 32. I mean, I guess you punt it, right? And you play field position. Like, yeah. Like, I don't know what else you would do in this situation. For them, like, you play field position, you punt the ball, and you hope it works out. I'd see the Bengals smacking the Dolphins. Crazy work. I wouldn't call this smacking. I'd call this murdering. I don't even know if you can consider this smacking the Dolphins, bro. We murdered them. We fillet-a-fished them. Are they going to go for this? They're not going to go for this. It's 4th and 32 at the 1. They're going to go for this. They're going for this. No, they punted it. Okay. I was about to say, bro. $18-yard catch for the Dolphins. So Quentin Ewers now just trying to put up a good stat line. He got absolutely roasty-toasty. He's just trying to put up a good stat line now. That's all this is now. Just putting up good stat lines and looking good in the end. Gotta love it, man. Another interception would be hilarious, though. 3 interceptions for him, and his first game would be hilarious. I don't think so, though. I think he's going to play smart here. Throw quick passes, easy passes. Oh, man, I love this. We have not had a game like this all year, man. So when we get a game like this is just a nice feeling. This is one of those, like, you just feel good inside. Like, okay. We lost. We won. But, like, obviously it hurts our draft pick. But in the end, man, we won. We won in the end. Even though it hurts our draft pick. I still feel, good inside knowing we won. Maybe it's selfish of me to say that because obviously it hurts our draft pick. But I just feel like inside, man, we're Bengals fans. We love the Bengals, right? We want the Bengals to win. I feel like inside we just love this win. Even if low key we should have lost. Like at the end of the day, we won the game. I'm happy we won the game. Even if we get a worse draft pick, I'm happy I get to see the Bengals win. That's how I look at it. Well, I think P. Ryan was taken out of the game, bro. P. Ryan got taken out of the game like a little bit earlier. Who dey? We won, baby. We won. Boys. I'm gonna have to take a break. This body is dying right now. I haven't eaten anything today.